of course, I forget to unmute everything before I go live, so uh, we're just sitting here in silence at first when we pop in. But hi, everybody. Let me look at the correct camera. What is up, besties? It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's a LEGO stream day. However, as you probably noticed, things look a little bit different on the screen. We've got some new updated graphics. We can see more of the window. We've got me. And then there's somebody else here as well. You may know her from her hit YouTube channel or Instagram or famous TikTok nail Star Wars person. It's KYBER. What's up, bestie?
Hi, how are you? I'm so happy to be here. And I see all of our friends in the chat right now, so this is very exciting.
Right. Let me know too, because y'all know I'm new with these guest things. So let me know if y'all can hear Crystal, because I want to make sure we work out all the kinks now. But how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, I see Austin, Darth Patty, Blue, Chelsea, Andrew. I'm really excited about this one, y'all. So I hope y'all are excited too. I guess no one's gonna let us know if they can hear you, so
I don't think they can hear me.
We'll just go, and if somebody says something, then we'll go from there. Oh, turn up Crystal's volume a little. All right, let's turn you up, Crystal.
Okay. And I can actually try talking into my mic as well.
No, I'll turn you up. All right. Should be good to go now. But anyways, what's up, everybody? How's everybody's Tuesday going? How's your Tuesday going, Crystal?
It's going good. I had a really chill day today. Just cleaned the house, had therapy, took a nap,
The usual.
Yeah, I feel like I ate so much sugar the last 2 days, so I feel like I'm just like sugar crashing still.
Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah, you just literally had your birthday. You're what, 21 now?
Thank you. I'm 32. I'm so excited. I'm like in my 30s. I'm like in my 30s proper.
Yeah, I still don't feel like I'm necessarily in my 30s. Like, yes, I am 30, but I'm just at 30. Like, you're right. 32, that's like you've had a full 2 years being 30. And I don't know about you, but for me, one of the big things is I was like, I'm really excited to get to 30 because I feel like, I don't know, I'm at the best place in my life where I can be. Like, I know who I am. I've gone through all my bullshit and like figured out what I need to do. So I was really excited to get to 30. Whereas when I was like 22, I was like, ew, 30 is gay death. And so how do you feel about your 30s versus your 20s?
So far it's so much better. Like, people, when they say that 30 is the new 20s, they're not kidding. I feel like I'm not as like confused anymore. Like, I feel like your 20s, you're like a baby adult and you're like figuring it out. You're trying to figure out what's going on. What are you doing? What is life? And now my 30s, I feel like a little bit more like comfortable, a little bit more of an understanding that I don't understand what's going on. And I guess like comfortable with that.
Exactly. No, I couldn't agree more. Like, literally, like I said, I just understand myself more, and I don't know, it's just a lot better. I love how Austin said Scotty is a 30-year-old teenager. If I'm a 30-year-old teenager, then what does that make you, Austin? Oh, Darth Patty representing in the chat, 53 here. No one is required to say their age in the chat. But, I love that. That's one of my favorite things about the Star Wars fandom is finding so many people who I may not even, like, not mesh with, but, like, we wouldn't even cross paths in real life or in IRL, in person. I hate saying in real life because then it feels fake. But that's what I love about the fandom is just in general, like, meeting so many different people of so many different ages and backgrounds. It's great.
It is. And I feel like, Scotty, you've pointed this out one time. You and I are at this age where it's like people are either older than us or younger than us. Like, I feel like it's hard to find people like around our age.
Yeah, that like this like early 30s kind of block that we're in. We were kids when the prequels came out, and we got to see it in theater, but we didn't get to see the original trilogy in theater, but like by the
Right.
time the prequels were done, we were in high school. So it's an interesting place to be in the fandom.
It really is. Austin, your Wi-Fi sucks. Is that because like it's freezing or because my Wi-Fi sucks, so I'm hoping it's not like me freezing it for you.
Not Austin saying I'm your guy's age.
I know.
um, I know little way seekers behind the scenes. God, I cannot find this piece. That's because I'm looking at the wrong color. Typical Scotty can't find the piece that they need. But I know when Austin was talking about like uploading way seekers when they got back to Vegas, they were like, I forgot how bad the Wi-Fi is here, so like it's uploading so slow. And I think that might have been the episode that you were on, Crystal.
Oh, I'm so dead. Thank you so much, Tet. Also, happy birthday to you. Or am I not supposed to talk about that publicly?
Tet may or may not have also had a birthday.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Unconfirmed that right. Unconfirmed that it was also Tet's birthday and we're birthday twins.
Tet, did you get your birthday margarita? That's the real question. Did you even say you were gonna get a margarita, or was that just me trying to like push that on you?
Right. Yay, Erin is here. My best friend Erin is in the chat. What's up, Erin?
Hi, Erin. Welcome to the chat. I'm glad that you're here too.
Right.
Come on.
Anakin Skywalker. I love that.
The chosen one.
Oh, and Mariah's here. Oh my god.
Hell yeah, Mariah. I know you. All the Libras in the chat.
Yes, Mariah's also a Libra, and Mariah's birthday is in 2 days.
Hell yeah. What are you doing for your birthday, Mariah?
I feel like you have a lot of Libras in your life, Scotty.
Well, air signs, so we stick together.
Right. Yes, Blue, when is your birthday, by the way? Also, can you please let us know what you had for dinner? Question of the night. What is Blue eating?
Or did you have dinner yet? That's
Yeah, did you have dinner?
Ooh, I see Darth Patty said being an OT baby, seeing Star Wars on screen is a life changer. Yeah, I can imagine. I guess at this point, I think Crystal, like you, and correct me if I'm wrong, both of us have only ever seen Return of the Jedi in the movie theater for the re-release. Am I correct?
Yes.
And that was definitely an experience.
Hey, Roxanne. Oh my gosh, the gang is all here. Look at that.
I love it. I'm like, oh god, I hope I seem cool to them.
You're so cool. What the heck? I'm pretty sure I've talked about you to them. I know I've talked about them to you before. I feel like all my friends just need to like meet in person because to me it's like all the same.
Right, for real. I forget.
Go ahead.
I just forget I'm supposed to be building a Lego.
It's just like I said, you're not going to get any building done. While everyone is here, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're into Star Wars, then subscribe to Scotty's YouTube channel while you're here. Oh, and Misha's here. I feel like my ADHD is going to be like bouncing off the walls.
No worries. That's why we're here to keep each other sane.
Right.
Oh, Blue, you haven't had dinner yet? Well, that's okay. Ooh, Mariah, going to a hot springs and being spooky, that sounds amazing. While I was getting ready for the stream, I was listening to my spooky playlist, which at the time, it kept going back and forth between Rob Zombie and Crystal Castles, which was such a weird mix, but like I was vibing to it nonetheless.
I kind of love that.
I was kind of into it.
I love Crystal Castle.
I don't know what it is. Like, I hadn't listened to them in so long, but their song Transgender is so good.
Oh, good.
That's probably like and I don't know how much new music they've put out, but I know that's one of the newer tracks. I'm out of touch, I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, ooh, this song fucking slaps.
Let's see. Oh, Austin, I was almost thinking about doing my makeup on camera, but I'm here to like read the chat, and so it'd be kind of counterproductive if I was doing something while Scotty is also doing something.
Crystal's here to read. That's it. She's just here to read.
Right. I'm here to read everyone in the chat.
I agree, Aaron. Crystal only knows cool people. That's what it seems like.
Ooh, Darth Patty had a veggie wrap and Thai poutine tonight. That sounds hella good.
Ooh, that does sound good. Hi, Misha, by the way, and Mariah. Hell no, I am not timing myself. That wouldn't go over very well because I got 2 hours. Let's just be honest. I give myself 2 hours to try to get through 2 bags. Though today we might get into 3. We'll see.
Yeah, it really feels like you're moving along. I know you're talking a lot, but I see you putting in work.
I know I should probably be doing it more on screen. I'm sitting here like doing it. I guess you can see it in this camera.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Austin, this is like don't tell Joey, but this is like a $50 mic that I got off of Amazon. So, nothing special. Why does it sound amazing? I know you're really into mics right now.
Austin's turning into an audiophile.
Yeah.
If they weren't already.
Right. Right.
Let me try to get this in here more so we can see what I'm doing.
Okay, what is everyone's sign in the chat? Because we have like 4 Libras.
Yeah, let's get on our astrology bullshit.
Right.
Start it early.
Yeah, play a little get to know each other. I mean, we all kind of know each other, but I'm trying to like categorize everyone. A tortoise. Fuck.
Austin's a Taurus.
Dollar sign.
Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo. You know what they say? They say your opposite could be your best match, Andrew. And I'm a Gemini, and my opposite's a Sagittarius. My mom's also a Sagittarius.
Oh my god, is she?
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like sometimes like we are in sync, and then sometimes it's like, leave me the fuck alone. Please go away.
Right. What is the opposite of a Libra? Does anyone know?
We'll have to look at the color wheel.
Roxanne will be able to tell us if she's still in here.
Misha is an
The
Aquarius.
color wheel. Sorry, it's just hitting me.
I was like, come on, you're the makeup artist. You're supposed to know. I'm volleying this joke for you.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Aaron said a sane person.
Ooh, okay, I'm seeing it. Misha is an Aquarius. My best friend is an Aquarius. That's like my perfect match, platonically, romantically, whatever. Or like one of the big ones. Roxanne said Aries. See, Roxanne, I feel like you get it because as a Gemini, I feel like I have a really bad like reputation. Everyone's like, Geminis are crazy. And I feel like everybody kind of says the same about Aries as well because y'all are like the fire sign. And I always joke that my friends who are Aries, like, oh, you're a Scorpio. Well, regardless, my friends that are Aries, I'm like, we always get into some shit. Like, I am fueling the fire. But like, it works out for me. I have fun. See, Geminis and Aries are crazy. Sorry.
That's so funny that Aries are the opposite of Libra because I don't think I have a single Aries in my life.
Well, like I said, it's like a hit or miss whether it's like good or bad because it's an opposite. Right. So you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of Cancers, a lot of Libras, Scorpios, and Geminis in my life. Those are like the top 4 in my life.
I guess
Taurus has been showing up.
You said Taurus has?
Yeah, lately.
My grandma is a Taurus and my granddad is a Gemini, and I'm like, I don't know how the fuck y'all deal with each other. I'd be ready to murder. It'd be like some, what do they call that Dateline? Where like people would murder their spouses or some shit. Ew, now I'm really aging us. I'm like, no, we have murder mystery criminal podcasts. What do they call them? You know what I'm talking about? All the like basic girls watch the true crime. True crime. I'm over here talking about Dateline. True crime podcasts.
Right. Oh my gosh. What's your opinion on all the signs? Do you have opinions on all the signs?
No. I only say no because I'm not going to say which signs I don't mesh well with because they're bad.
Ooh, this is a good one. What are the signs of Star Wars characters, me, new to Star Wars? So Roxanne just started watching Star Wars. So this would be a good way to get you like into Star Wars. We need to speak Roxanne's language, which is astrology.
Okay, because we're very qualified. I know the signs that I'm like compatible with, and like the others, I'm like, oh, don't know anything about them. Sorry.
Right. Period. I don't know. What do you think Luke would be? I feel like Luke would be a Libra.
I don't know. He's kind of whiny, and so part of me was like, maybe no, yeah, a Libra. I said whiny, and I'm like, oh wait, yeah, maybe that does track. Don't get me wrong, I love my Libras, but y'all whine, and you don't like to take anybody else's advice, even when you know it's the right thing to do.
Right. We gotta like weigh all the options. Luke is definitely a Libra. Luke brings balance to the Force. Yeah, and he's just solid. He's a solid main character. Libras are main characters, so it makes sense.
Not Libras are main characters, of course. Of course you would say they're main characters.
Right. Kira's a Scorpio. You know, I feel like Vader or Anakin also gives me Scorpio vibes. But we could go obvious and go like Gemini.
Not Gemini. Sorry, I'm focusing on Legos right now. Y'all continue. I'm listening.
Libras are delusional, apparently. Aaron, you know this. As the number one person who knows me, you know this. So Leia is also a Libra. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, because they're twins, duh.
Oh my gosh, they could be Gemini.
So you know who else that makes a Libra? Wouldn't that make Ezra a Libra because he's born on the same day as Luke and Leia?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, on Empire Day, which is like the anniversary of Order 66.
Huh. I guess so. That makes sense. Wait, he's the same age as them?
Google it.
Hi, I'm a Star Wars YouTuber.
Fact check me. Go to Wikipedia. Yeah, I'm a Star Wars YouTuber, so I'm gonna check Wikipedia. That's me.
Sponsored by Wikipedia.
Honestly, every Star Wars YouTube channel I feel like is sponsored by Wikipedia.
Right. Rey is a Cancer, and Chewbacca is a Cancer. I can see Chewbacca being a Cancer. And then Aaron says, ooh, I know Rey.
I don't know anything about Cancers, unfortunately, so I apologize to the Cancers in the chat, if there are any.
Aaron is a Cancer.
I'm sorry, Aaron. Please don't leave.
Very clockable Cancer. Oh my gosh, Aaron just said I look like Chewbacca, so I feel like Cancer's character are correct.
No, I look like Chewbacca. You're the first person to say, like, when people are like, what Star Wars character would you be? And I'm just imagining you being like, well, I look like Chewbacca, so.
Also, Chelsea says that they feel like Kanan is either a Capricorn or just had heavy Earth placements in his chart. And I'm just going to go with whatever Chelsea is saying about Kanan as, you know, the resident Kanan stan, number one Kanan stan. I believe them.
Well, me too, because I don't get along with Capricorns, and we all know I hate Kanan. So.
Oh.
I've just embraced it. It is what it is. I don't really hate him, but just for the theatrics of it all, just for the drama.
For the drama. Just for the click-through rate. Clip that. You heard it here first. Confirmed. Yeah, Luke is not a Taurus. There's no way. He's like itching to leave his house. He's like, get me out of this desert planet.
Yeah, and you would think that like if he was like an Earth placement, they're very like set. They're like content with where they are in their surroundings, or at least they try to get to somewhere. So maybe that's the thing. He was never content with being on Tatooine, so that's why like he fit in so much better and like really flourished when he left. I don't know.
Right.
Getting all philosophical.
Yeah.
Luke is baby girl. Let's just be honest.
Right. Luke is baby girl.
Along with his
C-3PO.
father.
Right. C-3PO is a Virgo for real. I could see that. Definitely.
Oh. Oh, yeah, my sister's a Virgo and she's very smart. And she's like an overachiever. And I feel like that tracks for C-3PO because he's always like doing all these calculations and shit. And like he knows a bunch of languages. My sister has her cell phone in Spanish. Not because we're Hispanic, but because she's like, oh, it just helps me practice. And I'm like, she was like, can you help me change something? I'm like, how the fuck do you get through your settings when you don't know what half of this is? She's like, I just like use context clues.
So is that actually helping her, or?
I don't know. She probably just gets used to the navigation at this point.
That's so funny. Tet is asking what my best cake was. So if you didn't see, I had 3 birthday cakes because my friends just like know me so well. And they know all I want for my birthday is to eat cake. They were all so good. I think chocolate. Aaron says the mango is the best.
I was gonna say, is there anybody in the chat who got you a cake? Because like if you didn't like their cake, you have to say it on air.
Roxanne got the mango cake for me, and then someone else brought like a strawberry tiramisu. It was like so fancy. It was like the fanciest cake. I was like, damn. But definitely chocolate. I'm a chocolate girly. But I do love croissants. Croissants are like my number one.
I think
chocolate croissants, though.
I think I'm partial to Roxanne's mango cake only because I'm literally drinking mango liquid death, and I just bought mango bubbly to keep in the house because liquid death's like an event. This is a big ass can, okay? And sometimes I just want a little something that's not water, but that's still kind of fun. And like, I'm a mango bitch, so let's just be honest.
I know, I'm so disappointed I don't have a Liquid Death for this stream tonight. By the way, sponsor Scotty Holiday Liquid Death if you're watching.
Yeah, y'all already know what I said about Liquid Death. I'm not gonna say the F word on air, but I know they're like, oh, we don't want to sponsor that.
Oh, really?
I don't know, that's just my intrusive brain, an intrusive thought. That's what I always think. I'm like, oop, they just hate gay people, they hate queer people. That's what it is.
I feel like they're so anti like church. I feel like they'd be like, we need to sponsor that.
Pause for dramatic effect. Who knows?
I'm not allowed to say that word.
One day.
One day.
No, one day maybe they'll reach out to me.
Right.
We'll see.
Tet, wait, did you get cake for your birthday? Alleged birthday.
Alleged Libra.
Yeah, alleged Libra. For their may or may not birthday party.
Whether may or may not have went to Mexican with their friend and may or may not have gone to their favorite camera shop afterwards. That detail's still pending.
Right. Unconfirmed. Blue, my birthday was yesterday. Let's see. And then Austin is asking, Scotty, are you excited to lend out your Discord server for a filming location for next year's Best Picture winner?
Well, as long as I get a mention in the credits and when y'all... What do they get for movies? Is that Golden Globes?
Yeah, I think so. Or Academy Awards.
I would like an award. I want to be included for production.
You get producer credits.
Perfect.
Ooh, what kind of cake would you make, Tet? Oscars. So is the Oscars the Academy Awards? I don't know. There's like what, 3 movie ones, or am I mixing this up? It's like the movies, TV, and isn't there a third one?
TV is Emmys, but there's like a daytime Emmys or something. I don't know. And they have the award shows on like a Tuesday night now, so it's really not like. Then again, we did have the infamous get your wife's name or get my wife's name out your fucking mouth moment, which I think that was it the Golden Globes?
I don't know. I just saw the memes. That's all I really care about.
Here we are, Star Wars creators, and we're talking about fucking Golden Globes, and because you know Star Wars ain't getting no Golden Globes.
I was about to say Star Wars could never. Not with the way that they're going.
Oh my god.
I'm lucky that you're building Legos right now. Distracted.
Ooh, Darth Patty said I want a crepe cake for their birthday. That sounds good.
Yum, that does sound good. Also, hi, Eric.
I know, I saw Eric said something about getting a chat buddy, just like he suggested, and I was like, yeah, I got a chat buddy. I think. I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. I don't know about you, Crystal, but
I'm having fun. I didn't know what a chat buddy was. I thought it was like a bot or something. And I was like, okay, cool, get a bot. Like, what am I here for?
No, Eric was saying last stream, he was like, oh, you should get somebody like to talk to while you do the Lego streams. Because I was like, yeah, and kind of like I was telling Crystal, I was like, it's just, sometimes it's just, oh god, I don't know if y'all just saw that piece fly off. It's just kind of weird sometimes sitting and talking to myself, because it's almost like my stream of consciousness, and I'm like, okay, haha, so today I did this, and like, I love that, and blah, 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 and then I get like sucked into like what I'm doing right now.
Right.
Hold the fuck up. This can't even fit here. Oh god, I think I did something wrong. Either way, Eric was like, you should get somebody to talk to while you do it as well. And I was like, maybe I will. And yeah, here we are. The rest is history.
And all I'm doing is like distracting you.
No, you're doing a lot, honestly. I just like having somebody to chat with. Plus, I mean, some of y'all know this, some of you don't. Me and Crystal chat all the time. Like, I called her today on the phone to talk about this, and I was like, so, like, what do you think we're gonna do? As I'm like doing the dishes and shit. It was great.
Like just waking up, drinking coffee because we have a 3-hour time difference, but
True. What the fuck did I do wrong? Oh,
I know, I keep forgetting that we're like live and that there are people watching because everyone in the chat is like my friends. I'm talking to one of my friends right now, so it really feels so normal to me, and I'm like, oh, there's other people watching. Gotta sit up tall and straight.
Yeah, as I'm like hunched over here and like putting my head off the camera. We make it work.
Tet is going to band practice? What is that code for?
Not Tet has to go play the tromboner. I can't. Austin, if you weren't a mod, I would ban you. Not maybe. Oh my god. I can't. This does not seem right.
Is the music playing Scotty's mix? This is your music, right, Scotty?
Yeah, it is 2 tracks that I did. The Jedi Fallen Order Lo-Fi based off of Cordova's theme from, I guess, Fallen Order and Survivor now. And then I did a track based off of Dantooine Outback from Knights of the Old Republic, and I named it Dantooine Outback. Star Wars Lo-Fi. So yeah, these are 2 of the tracks that I have made. I've actually started working on a new one. Not gonna say what it's well, I guess I can say it's a track inspired by Ahsoka. I'll say that.
Ooh, like
Uh,
the show Ahsoka or Clone Wars Ahsoka?
well, the thing
Oh, you
about
don't have to get into it if you don't want to.
no, I mean I'll get into it, but I'm still not going to give that much away. Got to keep the people wanting more. Uh, basically, it's like a culmination of themes from across both Clone Wars and Rebels that was then utilized in the show soundtrack. And so I'm kind of doing the same, where it's almost like a nice Frankensteining of different Ahsoka pieces. I'm attempting anyway. We'll see what happens. Don't quote me 6 months from now when you never see it.
Like what? Like Mandalorian season 3 episode 6 was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Star Wars Sublight asks, "Hey Scotty, how have you been? How far in the build are you?"
Star Wars Sublight, I meant to give you a shout out on Twitter earlier today because before I called you, Crystal, I was watching Star Wars Sublight while I was doing the dishes and cooking breakfast. This is where I'm at in the build, not that much further. But I was watching Star Wars Sublight's videos that they were doing, covering like concept art for like the prequels and like villains we didn't get to see, or like designs for villains that we didn't get to see, and they were really great videos, so y'all make sure you go check out their channel as well because they make great content. And I love concept art and just thinking about what could have been, you know what I mean?
That's really cool. I'm definitely gonna check them out after the stream.
Yeah, it was really entertaining. I'm trying to think of, I think my favorite piece is that, I'm gonna say it wrong, Star Wars Sublight, please check me because I know I'm gonna mess it up. Mother Talzin, her design came based off a design. Originally they wanted like a female Sith instead of Count Dooku at first. Like they were trying to go for a female Sith, but then that didn't work out. And then we got a Mother Talzin design for like an example of a female Sith, but they're like, no, this isn't necessarily like what I was going for. But you know Star Wars, they're not going to throw that shit away. And
Right.
Mother Talzin is iconic. Like, so I love that they kept that design because it's such a fun design, and we kind of saw that design continue like within the Ahsoka series with the Great Mother. So I love just the continuity there, because you know sometimes, and we've talked about this before, things just don't always translate over well, or they just completely change something because they're like, oh, it can't be like an animation in live action. And I'm like, I'm glad the Night Sisters still seem like Night Sisters, and even their like fashion and makeup still, you know, like there's a through line, it still looks similar.
Yeah, and I think you're the one that pointed out that even the Night Sisters in live action, their robes kind of have this flowiness to them, and I thought that was so cool. Like such a
Right.
cool little nod. Like how would this look in live action? Or sometimes I think of the Clone Wars or animation being like fables or kind of like a telling of. And if you were to talk about the Night Sisters or like the Great Mothers, you know, you could describe them with like a flowing clothing, and like their whole existence is like wrapped up in magic. So I think that's such a cool way to do it visually.
I think it's in I want to say it's in Dark Disciple. Have you been reading recently?
I haven't. I'm in the same exact spot. I know. I haven't been in like a reading mood.
Okay, but you still got to the point on Dathomir, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
one of my favorite things is how, I mean, they call it magic, but one of the big things with the Night Sisters is, do they call it the water of life or the life water? I can't remember if it's water of life or life water, but either way, I just love how, you know, they talk about how connected they are to that planet, and just kind of everything about how Dathomir to them is like, they're spiritually connected to it, they're almost like physically connected to it, and how, I don't know, I just really love Dathomir lore. That's one of my favorite things. Y'all know I'm always on my Dark Disciple bullshit. Go ahead and read the book. But I mean, it's just so cool. And then talking about, I think it's in Jedi Battle Scars where Marin mentions like the sons on Dathomir and like mentions them, like they have names and everything, and it's really cool stuff. That is a Scotty Holiday recent video reference talking about the Great Mothers. You're right, Austin. I assume that's the link you put in the chat. If y'all haven't seen it, you should go check it out, because I love some Night Sister shit. Oh, and right. You know what? Star Wars Sublight said, you got it. Ian McKeag is a phenomenal concept artist. So much of his discarded ideas have a way of coming back around in Star Wars. Unsung hero for sure. Which book am I talking about? I was talking about Dark Disciple, and then I started talking about Jedi Battle Scars. So, right. Dark Disciple, that's your Asajj Ventress. I guess it's not post-Clone Wars, but it's like towards the ending years of the Clone Wars. And then Jedi Battle Scars is the book in between Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, which I also really loved and highly suggest checking out because it really enhanced the game for me.
I'm wondering if I have the book within reach. I definitely don't. But Carlton is CJ, my like cousin-in-law.
Hello, CJ cousin-in-law.
Yes. Also, big Star Wars fan. I feel like everyone in here is a big Star Wars fan, so you're surrounded by like-minded people, CJ.
Oh, there's a new Honest to Claude episode. Oh yeah, you were talking about that last week with somebody local from Norfolk, right?
What is Honest to Claude? What am I missing?
That's Eric's podcast that he hosts.
Got it. Eric, is your podcast here on YouTube or is it on like where can I check it out?
Oh my god, look at this piece. It just like, I'm trying to get it in the camera. It just like sits like this for now. It's just like chilling. Doesn't this look great, y'all?
Ooh. Wow.
Ooh, pre-ordered Timothy Zahn unabridged audiobooks. That sounds exciting. They just announced a Thrawn comic that's coming out at New York Comic Con that Timothy Zahn is involved with, and I think this is going to be Thrawn's first ever comic. I could be wrong.
Ooh.
We don't have Chiss Twitter in the chat.
Right.
But
me fake trying to be in Chiss Twitter. Well, Austin is kind of there.
We're all going to be in Chiss Twitter after this new Wayseekers episode on Friday. We're going to learn everything we ever wanted to know about Thrawn. So I'm really excited for that. I know last stream I was kind of talking about I was nervous. I was like, what if I don't find it exciting? But then I was like, I'm such a Star Wars lore junkie. There's no way I'm not going to enjoy this. Like, it's right up my alley.
As someone who is like very intrigued by Thrawn, I'm really looking forward to the next Wayseekers episode. By the way, if y'all are new here, Scotty is 1/3 of the Wayseekers pod, and they have new podcast episodes every other week. Check them out. And they're doing a Thrawn episode.
Don't forget, Crystal, you were a guest also on This is the Wayseekers, which I think we've talked about as one of my favorite episodes that we've done. I also, didn't feel as lonely because you're a Clone Wars girly like me, and I do a podcast with Rebels girlies, but but it was also just really fun to get to talk more about you and what you do too, other than just like us shooting the shit.
Right. It was so much fun. I just ride hard for all of y'all, so. Darth Patty says that they love the Chiss and the Mandalorians. Same. I feel like the Chiss are very like, I want to know more about them. I don't really know much about them, but I love that they're hot and blue.
Yeah, agreed. They got cheekbones for days.
Cheekbones for days. Bone structure for days. I feel like that's why they're on the Outer Rim, is because they got banned for being too hot.
Honestly, because think about what happened with the Twi'leks. Like, they're like, oh, y'all are so sexy, we're gonna make you fucking slaves, which is horrible. And I feel like that could happen with the Chiss, too, because they're so hot. Right. Not that slavery is something to joke about or being like, oh, only hot people, but, like, within the universe.
Within the universe.
Within the Star Wars universe, not within the real world.
Right. Right.
Oh, good.
Costa says that we're starting a podcast. What is our podcast about, Austin? Hot people in Star Wars.
How
I'm
in
glad
the
you're interested in my channel, Crystal. Maybe you'll be a guest one day. If you're asking, then yes. Roxanne knows. Thank you for the slavery disclaimer. I was about to be offended.
Yeah, I was like, as I was saying it, I was like, oh god, this feels like it's making light of slavery, which I would never do. So,
Right.
it's like, we're talking in universe.
Right, yes. It's just part of the tragedy of the Twi'leks.
Honestly, because that's the thing too with them is like, well, that was what was so great about Garsa Whip, too, in Book of Boba Fett, was like, who knows, she'd be a great character for a book, because I'd like to know the climb that she had to get through to have Garsa's sanctuary, because I'm sure, it wasn't something that she just was inherited. I'm sure she had to work through some shit to get where she was.
Right, and even though she created like this upscale establishment and still on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Like she still is like on a backwater planet.
Oh my god, I was watching a video today that was criticizing the Ahsoka series, and they were like, one of the best things, though, is that we didn't have to go to fucking Tatooine, and I was like, you're so right, it's like a Star Wars series that didn't go to Tatooine, and I'm such a hater. I'm so tired of Tatooine. Cancel me, I'm sorry. Oh no, I put this piece on backwards, and y'all just watched me struggle just to get it on here for the past, 10 minutes.
Well, like, the thing about Tatooine, it's supposed to be, like, Obi-Wan went there because it's a backwater, like, no one goes there planet. Like, it's like a shithole. Or, bleep me out. But, and then all of a sudden, it's like everything is happening there. Like, every Star War happens there. So it's like, it kind of defeats the purpose of what it was made for, I guess.
Very true. And I will say that, it makes sense that over time, Tatooine would have a bit of a glow up, just because, it's not going to stay a shithole forever. I would like to think that, in this universe, speaking again, that the people in charge actually care about, people and not just, power and money. And so they'd like to invest to make it a better place to live. I'd like to think that if there were roads in Tatooine, they would fill the potholes. They would have, actually, you know what, Tatooine, they don't need cars because it's made to walk. Imagine that. You live in California. I don't even want to talk about y'all's roads and highways, because when I visited, it was the most miserable thing ever, I swear. So I can only imagine, you walk places all the time, don't you?
Yeah, I walk everywhere. Well, I don't have a car either, so...
Perfect for Tatooine.
Right. Well, we saw the mods in Book of Boba Fett. So we see the gentrification happening.
But I can't remember if it was... I want to say it was Chase on, formerly Pink Milk, rest in peace. Not Chase, but Pink Milk.
Right,
but I think it was them who was like, the mods are kind of like the edgy, alternative kids, and I'm like, fuck, we would be mods. The mod parlor is set up like a tattoo parlor.
Right.
We would be fucking mods. Let's be honest. If we lived on Tatooine, nobody understands us, and we have our fancy... Well, I'm not a car person, so I don't know if I'd have my little Vespa bike, but...
Right.
I would still hang out with them. I'd be like, yeah, I'm coming down to the shop just to hang out today. I'm not getting anything done.
Misha had a really cool theory about the mods. If they're still in the chat, let me know if I can talk about it. Or, Misha, if you are still here, it'd be really cool if you shared your theory on the mods. But we'll come back to that.
Yeah, I saw Too Fast to Catch. I love your videos. Thank you so much. Well, whether you're talking to me or Crystal, for those of y'all who have not followed Crystal already, I've put her links in the description below. Make sure you follow her on social media and subscribe to her YouTube channel because while I like lore shit, she makes very entertaining things to watch, where she just talks about like her opinions on what she loves and amazing makeup looks. And I promise, when I say amazing, girl is a makeup artist, and so she can slay a look. So make sure you'll go follow her too.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Okay, so you can talk about it if you want. I don't even remember what it was. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Misha came up with this idea that was like they like to think that the mods sell like their body parts so they can like upgrade their car. So that's why they're like missing an eye or missing like a limb. And I think that adds like this cool gritty factor to them. Like they're so into like peacocking, or they're so into like their moped things that they'll like literally sell their arms. Which I think is like a really cool idea.
I mean, I was ready to sell a kidney for the UCS Lego Venator, because that is $650, and even this set was pushing it. But I was like, I can't swing $650 on a Lego set, so.
Right. I saw someone on TikTok that was selling their plasma to go to like bridal showers. Like or like, you know, bachelorette. So, I mean, you could sell your plasma for Star Wars. That would literally make you a mod.
Very true.
What's a kidney go for these days? Not on the black market. Couldn't tell you.
Good question. We'll ask the mods.
We'll ask the mods. I mean, if I were to like sell body parts for things, I would definitely sell like a kidney or something. Like I would want to sell something that you couldn't see was missing. You know, I want to go for an eye.
Yeah. The guy who spins, he has like a fancy eye patch, or like not an eye patch, but it's like a mod, right? Like right. He has a fancy upgraded eye. The mod has a mod. Imagine that.
Right. Bye, Blue. Can't wait to hear what you have for dinner.
Yeah, we're really excited to know.
I know.
Oh, Darth Patty, almost $900 where you are? Whew. I couldn't imagine. I could not be. I'd have to sell myself to buy the Venator. Oh my god.
Is that like Australian money? Isn't everything more expensive in Australia?
Oh no, trying to sleep with the webcam eye? For real. I imagine, but you could, oh god, I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, it's like implanted into your skull or some shit. Woo! Now it's making me like feel uncomfortable thinking about it. I'm like, oh god.
Right. Oh my god, speaking of body horror, have you been watching any scary movies recently? Getting ready for spooky season?
Look at you, because I told myself as I'm like showering, getting ready, I'm like, oh, I should ask Crystal like what we're doing for spooky season, like if we watch anything scary, and then I'm over here failing. This is why we're doing this. As you say, we're always in sync, because I didn't even tell you, and you brought it up anyway.
Yes.
I watched most recently this past weekend. If y'all follow me on Instagram, you probably saw I posted a picture. My friends had a cereal party, so we all brought different kinds of cereal to their house, and like we ate cereal. Of course, we had no cow's milk, because we're those people. We had like oat milk, almond milk, hemp milk, like every milk you could want that's not from a cow, because we don't fuck with no cow's milk. Mind you, me and Kendra are the only vegans there, so everybody else is just like, yeah, fuck that cow's milk. But we had cereal, and we didn't watch a serial killer, which would have, made a little more sense. But we ended up watching the new Insidious movie, The Red Door, and I liked it a lot more than I expected I would. I was worried because I was like, I haven't seen any of the other Insidious movies, so like I don't want to not understand what's going on. I knew I had seen the first one, but that came out like years ago. I think we might have been in high school when that came out. So
I think so. Aging us again.
It's whatever. We look hot, so like
that's all that matters.
Yeah. As long as I like feel hot, I don't really care how old I am. Let's be honest. But
Real.
I got my friends to look up a 5-minute recap, and I was like, okay. Because I said, had I known we were watching this movie, y'all, I'm not even kidding, I would have looked up a recap on YouTube to get ready for it. And I guess I complained enough to where they were like, we found a 5-minute one if you want to watch it. So we all watched it, and I realized I think I saw the first two, which were really the only ones that you needed to see to be able to understand what was going on in this movie. Because I think this was number 5, and 3 and 4 were kind of prequels.
Yeah, Mariah just said that they just watched the first 4 Insidiouses.
Oh, okay.
And then Eric watched Leviathan, thank you, 1989.
I feel like I've seen that. That's a space movie. It's like a extraterrestrial horror. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Ooh, I'm gonna put that one on my list. So I have like a list of movies that I keep on my phone to watch for movie recommendations, because every night I'm like, what are we gonna watch? I love sci-fi horror, so.
The Star Wars fan like sci-fi horror? Imagine that. That's so fitting.
Right.
I think my favorite kind of horror is slashers.
That makes sense. I feel like I see you talking a lot about slasher movies.
I'm a big Halloween fan. Like I have a poster of Michael Myers in my living room, like that stays up year round.
So did you ever watch the Michael Myers remake from Rob Zombie?
No, and part of me is like, do I really want to watch it? And then part of me, oh my god, I'm over here struggling so bad with this sticker. No, I did not. I assume you have?
Well, I saw them when they came out, and I remember I liked them, but I was thinking I'll give them another rewatch, or just those genre of movies. I haven't seen them in a really long time, so maybe I'll watch them.
Okay, that's as straight as it's gonna get. Imagine that, the queer person can't get the sticker straight. Yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker for the original, the Halloween 1987, but have you seen any of the Halloween, like, original movies, or just the Rob Zombie ones?
I'm sure I've seen them at some point in my life, but I really can't recall, so I think it's time to revisit them.
I mean, first and foremost, I'm gonna be like, fuck yeah, I'll watch Halloween, because I love it. However, I really like the first one. The second one is okay, but I really enjoy the new kind of trilogy that takes the first movie, ignores everything else that came after it, and then follows up with it like 40 years, I think it's like 40 years later, with Halloween 2018. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis is back. She's the same character as before, but she's like an older woman now. And Halloween Kills was really good as well, which follows from that. Halloween Ends, it subverted expectations.
Really?
We know all about that in this fandom. I feel like those are used as like fighting words now. But it's okay. I see what they were going for. I think it could have been done better, but that's just my opinion. Let me look at the chat. I haven't looked at the chat in a hot minute. I've been trying to do these damn stickers. Am I working on a video tonight, Austin? Yes. I am working on a video that I should have out next week. That's going to be spooky. You already know what it is. Crystal already knows what it is, but I'm very excited about it. Oh, Star Wars Sublight. I have... Oh, New Zealand. $1,049. I assume that's New Zealand money. Or New Zealand dollar. NZD. And Canadian, $849.99. Whew, this Venator. They are doing too much. I mean, this set, like, I promise I'm not trying to brag or anything. This was $400. And, like, but the Venator being $650, I'm like, these sets aren't that, like, cool. At least the Venator, I don't really think you can do anything with it. Whereas at least this, I can move the doors, like, open and shut the doors.
Well, looks like you got a little hallway going too. It looks like you have like, it's like a whole thing.
It's like a playset. Because
Right.
I'm totally gonna play with it with all my Legos.
As you should.
It's gonna go on the shelf behind me, and y'all just see it in the background of the videos. You'll probably only see like the bottom half of it, like in the video. Let's be honest, but
Okay, let's see what else. Mariah said that they watched Suspiria.
Suspiria.
I'm really bad at like pronouncing words, but the 1977, and it was really cool visually, and Andrew seconds that. So I really have been wanting to watch that movie. I've heard really great things about it. Have you seen that one, Scotty?
Mm-mm.
Heard it's really cool.
I used to date a cinephile, but since we broke up, I've been really slacking on my movies. That's how I got into horror, actually, because I was not like huge into scary movies, but something about like slashers, which once again I'm gonna age us, but when we were growing up they weren't making slashers. We had like Saw and Paranormal Activity, and it's so funny because I think I come to feel like a psycho.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm like, I kind of wanted to see that, and it was a bit of a letdown in the movie that we didn't, because I was like, even if it's like, I'm not trying to see people's faces getting ripped off and shit, but I'm like, we got this whole lead up to you getting captured by Leatherface, and then like you see the scene, you see him like bashing something into this person, but the person is off screen. So I'm like, either show it or don't. Like, leave it up to the imagination. Don't put like half of it on the screen.
Right. Like, we need a little bit more. Okay, so Blue says that she's back and she had bratwurst sausage with rice and a side of a pickle relish. Dang, that sounds pretty good.
I hated bratwurst as a child. Well, I guess I still don't.
Really?
I guess I still don't like it. Oh god, when my mom would make it, I would like try to come up with every excuse not to eat it. Yeah.
Aww.
Not a bratwurst girly. But I'm sure it's great, Blue. And I would not eat it, but I'm sure it tastes great.
Right. I've been wanting to eat a bratwurst since becoming like not a vegetarian. It's on my list because I love sausages. Like, I would always eat like the vegan hot dogs or like the vegan sausages, which in my opinion are really good. Like, I love a good vegan sausage. So I've been like really wanting to try like a regular sausage, but I'm like also nervous that I'm gonna get sick.
Because they could be greasy and shit too, and that's like, on top of that, that's already gonna upset your stomach. We're 30 plus.
Right.
Our stomachs aren't like they used to be.
Right. Also, VC tonight? Question mark. Austin's asking.
I know, I saw.
Fourth time. Murph is here.
Hi, Murph. Of course you'd come in when we're talking about sausage.
Ooh, they have a sausage place when we go to C2E2. Is anyone going to C2E2 this year? Next year? I mean, 2024. Thinking about it. Did you ever apply for your creator's pass?
What do you think? Yeah, we'll have a
Yes.
VC. We'll have a VC to apply for our creators passes after the stream.
Murph said I smelled food. That's why they showed up.
Oh, I love this little piece. I keep trying to fuck up. Oh, y'all can't see it. The little piece that you use to get things off with, the orange one.
Mm-hmm.
I love it because I don't know if you played with Legos growing up, but like using your teeth to pull these little skinny pieces apart, trying to dig your nail under there, really fucking up your nails. But now they have this great little piece that like does everything. So
Ooh.
it's great.
Oh, wow. Love
Yeah.
that. Back to our horror conversation. I've been making my way through the Saw series. It feels like it's taking me forever. I feel like I've been talking about it for weeks, but I'm on Saw 5. I do enjoy the gore as well. Like, it does make me like little like cringy.
Are we gore girlies? Is that what it comes down to? Oh my god. That's so like ex scene kid, emo kid of us. You're like, gore. Like,
Yeah,
we can't see gore.
like this.
Yes, sorry. I'm like, which camera do I put my hands in? And I
Right.
forget where it is. But
Yeah, I really enjoy it. There's like so much gore in Saw that it feels camp to me. Like it's like funny to me.
that's kind of what I like about slashers, which is why I feel like you should give them a second chance. I was actually thinking, because I realized that I like gore, I was like, I should rewatch the Saw movies because they are very gory. And I was like, I'll probably enjoy them a lot more, especially since like now I actively watch horror. So like, instead of it just being like, oh, I'm going to my friends, we're watching a scary movie, we're putting on Saw, because that's another one, like I mentioned before, we've essentially grown up with Saw. What a fun movie. Some kids grow up with Disney, we grew up with Saw.
Yeah. I know. The Saw is the best. For Saw 1 is the best one for sure. But I also like how they're trying to like have a storyline. So it's interesting to see like how they make it work when the previous movie is like fucking it all up, you know?
And I apologize, I have an extra piece and I don't know if this is extra or if I didn't put it where it was supposed to go. So I'm not making these faces at you.
No, you're totally fine. Eric is wondering where the black nail polish is.
I know. Maybe I'll have it for my Halloween episode. Here's a question, actually. Who's doing stuff for Halloween? Because I'm like, should I stream on Halloween? Because it falls on a Tuesday, which is a stream day. But I'm like, if y'all are going to be going out, then I ain't going to be... Like, I guess I could still stream, but I'm like, do I want to make this a thing? Or, like, are people actually going to be available on Tuesday? Because, like, I'll do a whole makeup look. We talked about it. I think you and I talked about it on the phone earlier, Crystal. I was like, I will do some makeup. I mean, maybe just an eye look, but like a fun eye look. And if I have makeup on my face, I've got to have something on my nails. So
Maybe you could do like a Night Sisters look or something.
Okay, that's pushing it a little bit. I'm usually good with red, like a smoky red or a smoky black. But I could try to do a Night Sisters look. When are we getting the Crystal KYBER Night Sisters look? That's the real question. If anybody is going to do a Night Sister look, it's you, because you would slay it.
Thank you. I want to do it as soon as the strikes end. There's like 3 makeups that I really want to do. Gotta wait for those strikes. Gotta wait for people to pay their actors. And well, the writers, we figured it out. But now let's get it going for everyone.
Yeah, because I want to say most recently there were ongoing negotiations with the actors, but then the AMPTP was just like, no, we disagree, and we're stopping negotiations. So correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I think the actors are still waiting to start negotiations again with AMPTP, which I don't know about you. I was hopeful because I was like, if they came to terms with the writers, like, they've got to, the actors got to be right around the corner. Well, they said, fuck the actors, I guess. And I've seen so many people talking about, for Disney 100, they should pay their actors. Because that's like the big thing. And I don't know if you've noticed, but on Disney Plus, that like little Disney 100 animation always glitches. Every time I open Disney Plus, it always glitches. And I'm like, what is this shit?
Right.
Y'all are a $1 billion company, or if there's something higher than billion, that's them. A gazillion dollar company, they own everything.
Right.
Let's
Austin said the AMPTP walked away. So hopefully they figure it out soon.
See, Murph, you say nobody is going out on a Tuesday. Well, I had reached out to somebody to come on and do my stream with me on a Tuesday because it said we're over 30. Nobody's going to be doing anything on Tuesday night. They're having people over. So I was like, oh, well, back to the drawing board. I know, Crystal, you're probably doing something on Halloween too, right?
Yeah, I want to try. I feel like every year I want to do something for Halloween and I never do. So this year I think we're going to try.
Sorry, I just realized it's probably horribly loud as you're trying to talk.
Okay. If not, I'll see you on Tuesday. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Don't you... Has everybody caught on to see you next Tuesday for my streams? Like, is it apparent what I'm doing there?
Yes, I mean, I understand the see you next Tuesday because sometimes you're a see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Not you, but like, you know,
No, I know what you mean.
so subtle. Can I come on Tuesday? I'll do a look. Oh, Austin, you have to then.
Ooh, what's your look gonna be? Eric said, I don't think I'm going out. Okay. Oh, you don't have many people you know in Baltimore where you live? Honestly, like, they make Bumble for friends. And like I said, we're getting old, so it's not like we're going out to the bar and like being like, hey y'all, let's be BFFs. Ah. Like,
Right.
sometimes you gotta use Bumble for friends, and that's okay. I can't think of any Star Wars creators that are in Baltimore off the top of my head either. That's all.
Me either. Anyone have any Star Wars questions? Everyone's like, nah.
They just want us to talk shit.
Right.
They're like, when's the tea? Like, when are you gonna start talking about the tea?
I know. No, not like trivia, but like, do you want our opinions on anything, Eric? I can't do trivia. I mean, you can try to get me to do trivia, but I'm letting you know that I will definitely fail.
Hey, I can put in a word to get you on In a Galaxy trivia.
If they want someone to have like an easy win, then to tell them to bring me on.
I think my favorite, because they did this like hyperspace, which is like a gauntlet live stream with like 20 different people. And
Wow.
I was nervous to go on for my match. And so I was watching that like kind of as preparation. And M, formerly of Pink Milk, now with Sisters with Sabers, new name pending. She got on there and they were like, are you excited? And she was like, I'm excited to be the first person to come on and immediately lose. And it was like iconic. Like, I love her for that. It was, she said something to that effect, and I was like, I love you so much more for this, because she was literally like, I'm coming and doing this, but I know I'm gonna do horrible. I'm gonna be the first one to go, and it's like, that's the title. That's my legacy.
Yes, I love that. Same M, right there with you. Okay, we got one here. What is your favorite alien species?
Oh,
Do you have one?
I'm so bad with favorites.
I know, give me like 3, right? Because I feel that.
I'm trying to think. I really like the species. I'm trying to think of like some of my favorite characters. Immediately, like, I'm like Terra Sanube, but
Right.
Causians aren't my favorite species. I feel like I've been asked this before and I had something, and now I'm just like, I don't know. What about you, Crystal?
Right, I'll give you a minute. Everyone in the chat, please type in your favorite alien species while I talk and Scotty thinks about it. But I am going to be basic. I love the Chiss because I want to be on Chiss Twitter and they're all hot. So I love the Chiss. I also really like the aliens on Dothamir. Like, I like the Zabarak. I like the Night Sisters.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're all so cool looking. They all have tattoos. Like,
and that's kind of... Go ahead and finish. Oh. That's kind of what I was thinking. I'm like, I like the species that have, whether it's tattoos or they just have natural markings that are like, they're all different. Everybody has their own unique markings, like the Torgruda, the Dathamiri Zabraks. Who else? I guess Twi'leks might, because, you know, Hera's got markings on her Leku. So I don't know if that's... But I feel like she's the only person I've ever seen with that, so...
Yeah.
But I think that's... I'm going to cheat and say I like the species that have unique markings, whether they're tattoos or it just grows like that. Torgruda feels like very basic to say as well, but like...
I love them too, so it's okay.
Like, they have different patterns on their Leku, and well, I guess it goes from the Leku to the Montrals or whatever, but regardless, some cool shit.
Yeah.
What other questions do we have in the chat?
Well, gotta say goodnight to Mariah and Misha. They're gonna go watch a movie. And then Misha's answer was the Jawas, which is hilarious.
God. That's so cute. I love that. Enjoy your movie, y'all.
Have fun. Our other question is, which droid is the most fuckable in all of Star Wars?
Oh, oh, what's his name? The one from Outlaws. ND5?
Right.
Is that him? We
Get
talked
Chelsea in the chat.
we talked about this on Wayseekers, but pretty sure it's not.
In 3D.
I think you're thinking of Ned B. Murph from Kenobi. ND5, yeah. Or is there an... Murph, are you saying that you think Ned B is the most fuckable droid in Star Wars? Or are you just throwing that out there as an example?
Murph said L337 as well as another one.
Well, we all know how Lando feels about L3.
That's so dead.
Not to be shady, but if you don't know who some of these droids are in the chat, feel free to ask me, because if I know, I'll tell you. Because you know L3, right, from Solo? Phoebe Waller-Bridger plays her.
Oh, got it. The one that is like...
Droid rights.
Okay, got it. Yeah, the one that becomes the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, she becomes the AI of the Falcon. Also fuck AI, but...
Right.
But we're talking about in Star Wars.
Right. Murph was saying the outlaw droid. That's what he was thinking of.
Yeah, ND5. He's hot. I mean, you gonna put a droid with a skinny little waist in a trench coat and give him this, like, smoky voice? Like, I think it was on Star Wars Explained, Alex, like, asked the devs that he was interviewing, or, like, the game designers, like, did y'all know that people would think this droid is sexy? Was that your intent going into it? And they were like, no, but it's kind of cool.
They said no. I mean, come on. They knew they were making a hot droid.
They said no, but, you know, we'll never know.
Right. I had to look up the AL1-L3. It's a cute looking one.
Oh, okay.
Cute.
We all have our preferences.
Right. I think my favorite droid, though, besides like R2, C3PO, and R2, is I love, is it B2 Emo?
Yes, he's so...
I love... So cute.
Look, we've got a little turret.
Ooh.
Oh, as I fuck up the piece in there.
Spoilers for Tet. I don't think Tet is in the chat, so it's okay. Also, Tet wouldn't know.
Tet's having 2 margaritas right now.
It looks like Buzz Lightyear. It kind of does.
True. I think my favorite droid, though... This is so basic. I stream... Y'all know I love Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order. I love BD1. He is my favorite droid because he's such a good boy and he's so sweet. And, like, he's so inquisitive. He's like a little puppy.
So cute. Did you see those little droids that were at Galaxy's Edge?
Yes.
Are those the same ones?
I don't know I don't think they're supposed to be exactly the same, but it's definitely based off of the BD design. They're so fucking cute. Oh my god. I can't. I love them.
So cute. Yeah, I saw that they're supposed to have like different personalities and they're supposed to learn as well. Like they have like an AI that helps them like develop like their own personalities, which I thought was pretty cool.
Disney said, we're really going in on the AI. We're going to show them.
Right.
They're like, we're going to trick y'all to love these cute little droids. We're going to be like, surprise, bitch, it's AI. Thought you didn't want that.
I know. What is that song that Murph is referencing? I'm having 5 margaritas.
Oh, you know give me 1 margarita, I'ma open my legs. Give me 2 margaritas. Yeah, we'll keep it at that.
I will never forget the night that you had margaritas and you came on stream.
And I was like, I'm gonna pop my bussy to Fields of Dusk in Pyloon's Saloon.
Yes.
Probably
much fun.
Probably one of my greatest moments, honestly.
It was so fun.
Why haven't I clipped that? You know how... Well, you're a YouTuber, so you know how you can have, like, a channel preview? I just need, like, a highlight reel of my most chaotic moments to put
it's
as,
just
like...
that.
That would be included.
That looped. Just, like...
Were there
Not the Scott Usi.
Got to see? Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. Here's another question. Rate Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor out of 10.
I'll let you go first because you watched them. So you haven't had the experience of playing through them, and I'm curious to how it is for somebody just like watching the story.
Well, I feel like I watched more of your Survivor stream versus Fallen Order. So I feel like I like Survivor more, but also the puzzles looked really hard.
Oof. And those horrible. I know somebody out there likes them, but the horrible force tears. Oof. Fuck those force tears. Those are the things that I'd always be like, oh, I'd try it once, then I'm like, fuck this, I'm not doing it anymore. Because I'd spend the whole fucking stream doing a force tear, essentially.
It was a good time, though. We were all having fun.
Well, I wasn't. I was having fun with y'all, but not with the game.
I loved when you were, like, doing all the puzzle stuff, and then everyone in the chat had, like, a different answer on, like, how to solve it. I thought that was hilarious.
I know, it's just like, I'm trying, y'all, and then people would be like, no, you have to do this, and I'm like, okay, I'll try, and then like it still wouldn't work, or I wouldn't do it right. Like,
and they're like, no, you needed to do that over here, and you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Well, like we talked about before we started, Crystal, I was like, that delay, people don't think about the delay. So like, you're telling me to do one thing and I've already moved on by the time I see it pop up in the chat.
Right. So what would you rate them? Oh wait, I didn't even rate them. I just told you which one I liked more. I think Survivor, I would give it like, I don't know, a 9 out of 10. I think it would be a 10 out of 10 if there was more romance.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, romance between Dagon and Cal.
Yeah, we just needed one more kiss and it would have been a 10 out of 10 for me.
Because like the Marin kiss, like that's very sweet, it's expected, it's romantic. We need a spicy kiss.
We need a spicy kiss. We need a like lightsabers and then all like a little.
Ooh, like interlocked with their lightsabers on each other.
Ooh.
And then they just go in for a kiss. I'm sure somebody's wrote it in on like a fanfic already.
Yes, probably.
Well, y'all remember how I had said I read a spicy fanfic, and when we got to like Dagon's retreat, I was like, I don't know what they did at the retreat in this fanfic, and let me tell y'all, it was steamy.
Okay, rate Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor 1 through 10.
I love Murph calling me out. Target Lock is your friend. And Darth Patty, the one with the damn balls. That was Fallen Order with the balls that you had to force push. Oh god. It's funny because I've really been wanting to go back and play Fallen Order because the story of that game, and it's probably because it was like my first Star Wars game that I really got into. I've talked about this before, but like I hadn't really gamed in years. Before that, the only prior game I think I had played was like the Revenge of the Sith video game, and then maybe like the Lego games, but like that tells you how long I wasn't gaming. So when I got into Fallen Order, like I played that game so many times, so it has a special place in my heart. But I like the expansiveness of Jedi Survivor so much, and I love Pyloon's Saloon. Like, don't get me wrong, the Mantis is great, that's your hub in Fallen Order, but Pyloon's Saloon is so, like, it's so lived in. And that's something I love about my Star Wars, is when places really feel lived in. I mean, I talk about it when I do episode reviews, like, whenever they bring up these new planets, like, everyone complains about Mapuzo from the Kenobi series looking like they're out in the desert in, like, California, probably because they were. And that didn't feel lived in, but like somewhere like Pyloon's Saloon or Ferrix in Andor, it all feels so like, and it's not even, I wouldn't say it's gritty, but that's the only word I can think to describe it. There's like this gritty lived in feel to it that just makes it so much more immersive. And that was one of the issues with Fallen Order. Everywhere you went, like there was no people, because you were going in all these different Zepho places that were abandoned, Did somebody say something shady in the chat? I saw you laughing.
Yeah, Austin said, "Oh my God, what's the number?"
What's the number?
Because you're supposed to rate it 1 through 10.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, I liked hearing why you liked it so much, though.
Thank you.
And that's why I'm hearing Austin's thought.
Exactly. You hear that? SWE. Someone wishes every time.
Oh my God, I'm blocked from the chat. I got suspended.
What would I rate it? I would rate Jedi Fallen Order. I'm gonna be so basic. They want me to give a spicy answer. It is not gonna be spicy. I would rate Fallen Order an 8 and Survivor a 9. Well, no, maybe I'll rate Fallen Order a 7 and Survivor an 8. Because I really liked Dagon as a villain. He was really intriguing, and then the bow kind of like heel turn that comes unexpectedly. Like, that didn't work as well for me as I would have liked it to. But I love everything with Seer too on Jedha and the Path. Like, I have such a place in my heart for Seer, and like, I love what they did with her in this game, and just seeing her as like a fully realized, like, really a Jedi Master again, and like so at peace and whatnot. So good.
It was pretty cool. I liked watching her battle Vader as well.
I'm glad you liked watching that, because it was rough.
It was rough. It was hard. I mean, I wouldn't expect Vader to be easy, so.
No, but he was easier in Fallen Order when you were just, well, I guess it's because we were just running from him.
Right, you were just trying to get away.
Did we miss any questions? Because I know that I've gone off on a tangent.
No, I love it. Just, let's see. Anyone else have some Star Wars questions to ask us? Let's see.
Oh, Austin said, and I haven't scrolled back up in the chat because I turned my mouse off. We got to conserve the charge. But Austin said, if you got to greenlight one series at Lucasfilm, what would it be? That's a hard one. Immediately, my mind thinks Solo 2. Because in rewatching Solo, it's a really, really good movie that just got shat on because of Last Jedi Backlash. And I love Kira. I love her so much. But who the fuck am I? Dark Disciple miniseries, greenlit it now.
Right.
As I'm saying this, I'm like, shit, Dark Disciple. It's my thing.
You know, I don't hate the Solo movie. It's like fun, Pulp Fiction-y. Sean said, "Hi, just popping on quickly to say happy belated birthday, Crystal, and jealous of all the Legoing." Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Thank you.
Thanks for popping in. Trust me, you shouldn't be jealous of, because right now we're just stickering, and I'm horrible at it, so I would not be jealous.
If I could greenlit anything, yeah, I'd probably want to greenlight the Clone Wars episodes that never came to fruition.
Now you're speaking my language, because you know what that includes.
Yes, Dark Disciple. I just feel like, I don't know, I love the animation so good. I love the animations. It's so good. And I just feel like I don't really like live action Star Wars right now. So I'd be happy with, like, you know, some cartoons happening.
I miss Star Wars animation a lot too. I think I was talking to Austin when we were talking about podcast stuff. Or maybe it was on a VC in Discord, but I'm like, whenever people are like, what's your favorite Star Wars animation? It's always like, you hear Clone Wars, you hear Rebels, and then there's the loners like Chelsea who love Resistance. But I'm like, nobody ever says The Bad Batch or like Tales of the Jedi. And like, Tales of the Jedi is a more like, oh yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Tales of the Jedi, obviously, there's not as much there. So of course people are going to be like, it's my favorite. Even though what is there, at least the Dooku stuff, is so good. But the Bad Batch Season 2 It did a lot, and for people who were a little bit turned off with season 1, especially with it being like Clone Wars animation, you got fucking Omega, which like she's interesting. The Bad Batch, we didn't get a lot of time with them in the Clone Wars, so it's like, oh, now they're going to carry their own series. But season 2 really upped the ante and told so many cool stories. So I'm surprised more people don't mention the Bad Batch.
Yeah, I need to give Bad Batch like a fair watch. I watched the first episode of season 1.
Did you hate watch it? Were you like, oh, I don't know about this? I
didn't like how the first episode was just like another Order 66. Because at that point, to me, it just really felt like we're milking the Order 66, and it was done so well with the Clone Wars, and I felt like we had spent like 7 seasons to like really feel it, and then for us to get it the first episode, it just felt like really cheap to me, and I'm like, we already got the perfect version of it. So after that, I kind of stopped watching. But maybe I'll give it a go, since I do love animation.
Well, and you can cover animation too.
Right, I can talk about animation. I also really liked Tales of the Jedi. I really think that there's potential there for them to like expand other stories. Like, I was listening to Joey's podcast, Krypton to Alderaan, and I think him and his host were talking about Shin and Baylan, like how it'd be cool to get them. I think that'd be so cool. Oh yeah, even Murph just said Baylan's story on Tales of the Jedi win, and Baylan's School Tales of the Jedi season 2. Exactly, the milking will never stop. For real, I feel like we're all just like on that same brainwave. But I also really loved Visions, and I really love what Visions is like doing for Star Wars.
Yes. I couldn't agree more. Studio Ghibli Star Wars movie when? Like, that's what I need. I don't need no Grogu and dust bunnies. I need full Studio Ghibli Star Wars movie. Greenlight it now. That's the thing with Visions, though, is some people, and I was one of them, I used to hate anime. And a couple years ago, if you told me Star Wars anime, especially with season 1 was coming out, I would have been like, ugh, I'm not watching that. That's dumb. But now that I like anime, see, talking about getting into your 30s, you really find out who you are. Yeah, right. I do like anime, actually. I'm not just shitting on it because I want to be cool and only weird people like anime. Sorry, my middle school trauma. I'm airing it out. Right. But some people may be turned off at like a fully like Studio Ghibli Star Wars movie, but because they're like, oh, I don't like anime. But Studio Ghibli and anime are completely, I would say, while it does fall into that category, it's still different than like your traditional anime.
Right. Yeah, I really liked the first season. I really loved seeing Star Wars and anime. Risaldi's here.
Yeah, I don't think, I wouldn't consider Studio Ghibli anime either, but to those people who are like, I hate anime, I could see them being like, oh, what the fuck is this anime shit? You know what I mean?
They have season 2, which is from all around the world, but yeah, I thought it was so cool seeing like Star Wars embrace like the Asian-ness that they steal. So yeah, it was like cool seeing them like really embrace that like Jedi Ronin anime. Like, I thought that was sick, but I'm glad that you grew up and you like anime now.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's the thing. I honestly, and this may be a hot topic, I feel like you'll agree with me though, I kind of wanted it to stay and just be anime for season 2. I'm happy with what we got because like Screecher's Reach, I always forget about that, and I love my spooky shit, and spooky shit in Star Wars, like, it works for me. But I did miss having it just all being in an anime style from different anime studios. Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it was all Japanese studios that did it, correct?
The first season, I believe, right?
Not us both asking us to fact check ourselves, and we're like, right? Like,
right.
Chat, I'm sure you will let us know if we are wrong, but I'm pretty sure they were all Japanese studios.
Right. Rizaldi said that he feels like Studio Ghibli is like a genre of its own. It's such a big fan base. And I would agree because their art style is so like I don't think I've ever seen it like replicated.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, I've only seen Princess Mononoke, and I've only seen that in the Scotty Holiday Star Wars Discord, but it was cool. I liked it. It was a good one. And it was like Star Wars adjacent, so made sense.
I'm telling you, we gotta watch Howl's Moving Castle next.
Yeah, I saw it's on HBO Max, so
They all are. And we've got a brand new Studio Ghibli film coming out. I want to say it's releasing in the US in December. I think it's The Boy and the Heron. And that'll be like my first Studio Ghibli movie that I'll be seeing like in the theater, not just like a re-release. So I'm really excited about that.
Ooh, that's very exciting. Let's see. Austin said spooky movie watch party win. And also Eric did confirm that the first season is Japanese exclusive and there's a mix in season 2.
Thank you, Eric. Crystal, I wish you were here to do these stickers for me, because I'm sure the nails I'm sure having nails would make this, like long nails would make this a lot easier.
Or harder. I feel like you need tweezers.
I was gonna say, I feel like I need tweezers to do this shit, and I was like, maybe having like longer nails would kind of act as tweezers, but
Right. Rizaldi is asking what you are building here.
okay, good question. So I'll show you the base of it, and I think you'll be able to figure out what it is. Let me know in the chat what you think, but I feel like this is a pretty good, like, I feel like you can tell what this is, right? Not the Lego office set. I'll give you a hint. It's not the $650 Venator, unfortunately. But it's probably the next best thing.
It's a Republic gunship, right?
Yep.
That's from episode 2.
Introduced in episode 2, and then I think we see it in episode 3.
All right, I'm ready for the trivia. Let's go. I nailed that one.
The LAAT, hell yeah.
Oh my god, Rizaldi said, "Oh, I'm actually Star Wars casual, so I have no clue."
My bad. I'm putting you on the spot, like, what Lego do you think this is? You better answer correct. I know y'all are watching Saw, so if you don't answer this question correctly, something bad will happen.
Right.
Look how
he actually
cool this
stopped
shit
watching
looks.
Saw at the second movie. He was like, "All right," he was like, "I'm done with this."
I can only handle these
all the
people being tortured so long.
Right.
Oh, this looks so good.
Oh, can you type it again, Eric?
It's a Lego hoverboard.
Right.
If only. Alright, I am obsessed. I don't know about you, but this looks so cool.
It's coming together. I can see it.
I think I have to build another door now. Yeah, if there's any questions that y'all put in the chat earlier that we missed, please type them out again.
Yeah, because we've been going on tangents.
Not us. Never. Never. Me? Scotty Holiday on the Scotty Holiday Star Wars live stream going on a tangent?
Right.
Could you imagine?
You're just like straight and narrow on it.
Me, straight and narrow. Emphasis on straight.
Okay, here it is. Which rapper and occasionally singer played a stormtrooper in The Rise of Skywalker? I'm the wrong person for this.
I'm also the wrong person for this, but I'm gonna say Childish Gambino / Donald Glover, because he just would make sense.
Was he in The Rise of Skywalker?
No, but he plays Lando and Solo,
right.
so I was like, maybe. That's my educated guess.
Right. Anyone in the chat got an answer?
Not Ed Sheeran is my favorite rapper, Austin. Oh no, I forgot a piece.
Oh no.
I just saw it on this one and I'm like, shit.
He was in the Rise of Skywalker, though. He was in the Rise of Skywalker. He was? Lando was, but not.
Oh, Ed Sheeran, yeah, he's a stormtrooper.
Wait, was he really?
Mm-hmm. They have all kinds of crazy people dressed up as like stormtroopers. I think Daniel Craig is also a stormtrooper in The Rise of Skywalker.
What? Is this where all the budget went? They couldn't pay the writers for good stories. Sorry.
Oh, The Force Awakens. Okay.
Dude, that's so random.
I mean,
why was he in The Force Awakens?
The same reason. If we had the pull, would you not be a stormtrooper in a Star Wars movie, given the option?
Yeah, I definitely would be.
Same. That's why Daniel Craig did it. Probably that same like train of thought.
Oh, he's the stormtrooper that interrogates Rey. Huh. I like The Force Awakens. I'll rewatch that one. I've rewatched it a few times. It's pretty good.
Crystal's like, I've seen that one twice.
Yeah, I mean it's A New Hope, so it's very rewatchable, in my opinion.
Logic. I feel like I know who Logic is, but I don't listen to a ton of rap. I'm just gonna call myself out. I used to listen to more, but like I said, the same ex that was into movies was also into a lot of rap.
Makes sense. Didn't you say they're also really into streetwear too?
And shoes.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Like we went to the TDE Top Dog Entertainment tour that they did back in 2018, 2019, but like they were going for Kendrick Lamar and like I was going for SZA. So like, and of course that was the concert that she pulled out of when she started having vocal issues. So I was pretty pissed, but it was still a good show nonetheless.
I love SZA. I saw her cover for Kali Uchis one year. Like Kali Uchis was supposed to play, but she didn't come on, and then SZA came on, and I was like, this is even better.
Honestly, yeah. I like some of Kali Uchis stuff too.
Me too. But I love SZA.
I love SZA more. I'd sell a kidney to hang out with SZA. I would not sell a kidney to hang out with Kali Uchis though.
Yeah, I could see that. For sure. What are you guys talking about in the chat right now?
But there's so much butt talk.
I know.
But Daddy, I love him.
Do you like a Doja Cat?
Let me sound like one of those people. I really enjoyed her stuff with before like the glow up to the mainstream. I think my favorite Doja Cat song, honestly, is Bottom Bitch. It's so good. It feels like she took like someone like made a beat that was like supposed to not reference, but like someone was like, make a beat that sounds like Blink-182, but like make it more hip hop. And like that's like what Bottom Bitch feels like to me. Tia Tamara, also really like that song. I'm trying to think, because I don't really listen to her anymore.
I like Doja Cat. I'm not like a big Doja fan, but you know, I knew her back in her internet days. And then like, yeah, Bitch I'm a Cow, of course. And then I really like her most recent stuff, but I'm also kind of like tired of her because she
is being a bit of a see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. But I do like Agora Hills, that her new song that came out recently. Is it like new or is it a few weeks old? But that's a good one. She has some bops for sure.
I feel like I heard one of her songs recently on a video or something and didn't know it was her, and I was like, oh, I kind of like this. I bet it's that one that you just referenced.
Yeah, you know the queen that we were just talking about from Dragula, the one that I saw in person?
Oh, the one whose name we don't know how to pronounce right?
Yes, she's in that music video.
Love that for her.
Full circle. Here's a trivia question from Eric. What is Haldo's first name? Oh, Austin answered it for us. Thank you, Austin, because
Now, is it Amelin or Amelin? Amy Lynn. Amy Lynn Haldo.
Amy Lynn. I'm Amy Lynn Haldo.
I'm famous for the Haldo maneuver. Never see anything like it again. Also,
That's so funny.
canonically queer character, which we love. I think she also has locked lips with Lando in the comics, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
She's also the icon that told Leia basically, like, in a galaxy full of so many people, like, you only like human men. Like, that's it, girl. Like, calling her out. And I was like, she has a point. Really, Leia?
Right.
You only like male humans? Like, that's the only... Not even like a male Twi'lek? Come on.
Right. That is a little weird. I feel like in a galaxy that expansive, it'd be like even more rare to be like straight het.
I'm like, everybody in Star Wars is pansexual.
Yeah, it's canon.
Scotty acting like they read the book. Yep. Oh, good.
I haven't read any of the comics.
I don't read the comics either. I listen to Star Wars Explained recap them.
Yeah, same. I'll like, well, if I need to know something, it's either Wikipedia or like Star Wars YouTube is like how I find things out.
I'm like, oh, I'm interested in what's going on in the Kira comics. And then I go look up a video about them.
Right.
I guess I'm a fake Kira stan. The Kira book just came out too, Crimson Climb. I watched a review on that. I don't think I'll be purchasing, unfortunately. As much as I love Kira, but I guess it's more of just kind of like what happens to her post getting split up with Han, and then kind of ends as she gets into Crimson Dawn, which I'm like, no, we want to know like what happens in Crimson Dawn. Like, we want to know her and Maul's relationship, which I'm like,
right.
Fingers crossed they're saving it for something. I doubt it, but
right.
You know, I can be delusional.
Right. I think I saw Austin earlier saying that they're not going to buy any book from E.K. Johnston.
Well, she's also an Islamophobe, so there's that.
Right.
But also, it's one of those horrible things, kind of like the Ahsoka Rosario Dawson trans conversation of E.K. Johnston is a queer creator or like a queer writer, so we love that, but she's an Islamophobe, which we hate. So, but I'm like, yeah, fuck her.
Dang, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, I read the Ahsoka book. It was fine. You know, like, it wasn't like the best writing. It wasn't like beautiful. Like, I really like when I read books that are very beautiful.
That's how it felt, or that's how it feels to me in Dark Disciple when they're on Dathomir.
Yeah.
I feel
like,
so enveloped in like the environment, and I'm not even there.
Like you're like in it.
Yes. Sorry, I always got to relate it back to like one of the first of like 5 Star Wars books I've read.
What are the other Star Wars books that you read?
So I mentioned this earlier. I've read Battle Scars, which is the in-between Survivor and Fallen Order. Rise of the Red Blade. And... Sorry, they're all over here, so now I'm trying to look. Dark Disciple, I'm in the middle of Shadows of the Sith, which has been a very long, slow read. But I'm also reading the Star Wars Dark Legends book, which I'm really, really liking. I've been posting like the artwork and like the first page of it on my stories and on social media, kind of trying to make it like a little thing, kind of exciting. And I'm really into it because it's spooky Star Wars stories, like in-universe kind of like tales almost. So it's canon, but it's like canon like folklore, or like canon like wives' tales, if you think of it like that. Did I put this on backwards? Sorry, you can continue.
It's okay. I've only read Ahsoka, and now I'm reading Dark Disciple. I had like a few other Star Wars books, like I had Bloodline. I had started Thrawn, but earlier this year I like lost all my books, so I'm like rebuilding my collection slowly. But I heard Revenge of the Sith, the novelization, is really good.
I have not read that, but maybe I will. I fucked these doors up.
Oh, oh no!
I fucked these doors up because I was trying to put them like in the camera so y'all could see them being built together. Nope.
Yeah.
Fucked them up.
Oh.
So, continue.
Yeah, Darth Patty said that he didn't even finish the book, the Ahsoka book. It did nothing for him, and you know, I agree. Like, there were parts of it that I really liked, but some of it I was like, okay, like it was like a little too like. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but it wasn't very like beautiful. Like it was very like elementary, I guess.
But that's the thing too, is it's like at the time it was like, here's the only new Ahsoka content we're getting. Had I have been reading books back then, I would have totally gotten and read that book. But that was the thing, is I was like, I didn't read at the time. But it being the only Ahsoka thing that we would get, of course I would have bought it. And I've thought about it since I've started getting into reading, but, you know, it was also kind of retconned with Tales of the Jedi, so.
Right. Austin said that it's the worst Star Wars book, and then it was too E.K. Johnston.
Well.
And then Star Wars Sublight says, E.K. Johnston, bless her, but her books are rough. Why does she keep getting book deals then?
I don't know. Maybe they're like, she fills the queer card.
Eric Elliott says, I was just talking about galactic STDs and no one was going to say anything.
I'm sorry, Eric. Crystal's on chat duty. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm being bad.
I didn't want to talk about galactic STDs. I'm sorry.
I don't blame you. What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm just like fucking this shit up.
Yeah, like I've read better fan fiction than E.K. Johnston. You feel me?
I don't know if I've read any of her books.
Oh yeah, and the Thrawn books are so good. Darth Patty said that they read the Thrawn books as their first Star Wars books in 2021.
Ooh.
When I started Thrawn, it was beautiful. Like the writing style was amazing. Like Timothy Zahn really did that, and I was like, damn, I get it. I get why these books are so big.
Well, and that's the thing, is my kind of feeling towards Adam Christopher, who wrote Shadows of the Sith. I'm just like not vibing with the way he writes. It jumps around everywhere, and as much as I like what's going on in the story, it's hard to keep me interested to want to continue to read it, because I'm just not vibing with his writing style. That's not to say it's bad, but... Right.
Eric said if someone knows, I'll take her job. I think just start writing and maybe just reach out. Are you a writer? Or you could just post on like AO3 or Wattpad.
Honestly. Because I think somebody from like the like Raylo community just had a book like published, like some Raylo shit. I don't know. I saw something about it on Twitter and I was like, oh wow, the Raylos are really winning.
Yeah, there's so many books out there that are Raylo fanfics that are like published. And they're not even like shy about using like the names of like, they'll either use Ray or like or Daisy, or like, you know, they'll use Adam as the names. And I love that. I think that's so cool. Since then there's been like 20.
Oh, well, like I said, I just started reading books. I'm not even kidding when I say this. I started reading books like for pleasure in 2022. Well, yeah, last year, so.
I feel like that's very relatable. Over the pandemic is when I really got back into reading. I was like reading big ass novels. I joined 2 book clubs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's when I got into doing like reading Star Wars books as well. But yeah, until then I wasn't really reading. I was just kind of like, reading my little fanfics. But yeah, so I get it. I get it, Scotty.
I don't know if I put this piece back together properly, but it's at least gonna fit right.
Then it feels like it would be the right piece if it fits right. That looks good. What did you get wrong?
The inside piece where it like clips onto the ship. I don't know what I did, but look at that. This is looking more like the gunship now, isn't it?
Yes.
I think I might have did. I don't know if I did these pieces wrong or if these are just extra or what, but that's for me to figure out off camera.
Right.
When I'm like, okay, I have these many pieces left. Did I forget to put them in a certain spot? Well, I'm at the end of my build, so were there any questions that we missed? I don't think so. I think we got everybody's questions.
Yeah, Eric said that they're running a Jar Jar novel and an alternate episode 9 script. Very, very cool.
Where is Jar Jar? Is he safe? Is he all right? Where are Gungans?
Right.
Just put a Gungan in the background of The Mandalorian or something.
Right. What are those 2 pieces right there? Are those pieces that you missed?
These 2?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're the pieces that go into these little turrets here, and I'm like, is it supposed to be a ball? I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out.
I don't know.
I'm gonna figure it out off camera. Oh, those are spare parts.
Right.
Oh, the back turret.
Like the back of your eyeball. Why is there so much eyeball talk in the chat tonight?
That's kind of what I was thinking, but I'm like, I don't know how they go together because there's no way to connect. I keep forgetting the Lego cam. There's no piece to connect them, so I'm like, I don't know. I'll check myself. I'll check myself afterwards. But I sound like a noob, but I never watched the movies yet. But who is the good guys and who is the bad guys in Star Wars? Good guys Jedi, bad guys Sith. Like, that's the easiest way to put it.
Right. Crayon Hand 2.0. Watch the movies and come hang out with us every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and you can tell us what you think about it. Update us.
I mean, you can still hang out with us.
Right.
You don't have to watch the movies, but it'll enhance the experience. Oh,
It might be kind of funny if you didn't watch Star Wars and just came here every week.
Damn, Star Wars Sublight is right. I'm an idiot. These like actually fit in here nicely and keep the turrets like right. I'm always missing steps.
I'm going crazy. That's so funny.
Look how much better that is.
So
it was
dead.
so loose before, and now it like actually can pose. Because before I was like, oh, these are kind of flimsy.
Oh my god, I'm so dead. That is
Look at
so
that.
freaking funny.
I only have this one little piece left, and I'm pretty sure it's an extra piece. So we might have slayed this stream. Huh. Well.
Are there ever extra pieces? Or is it like an extra piece? Oh, okay.
Sometimes they have like small pieces that they'll put in there, but they don't always have extra pieces. But usually they'll put like a couple extras, like if they're small little tiny ones. So I don't think there was any in this bag, so I think we are good to go. Bye, Blue. Thank you for coming by. Oh, what team is the Stormtroopers on? Stormtroopers are bad and battle droids are bad, but different trilogies. Original trilogy, Stormtroopers bad. Prequel trilogy, droids bad. Hopefully that helps.
Yeah.
They're not forbidden snacks. Oh my gosh.
Totally forbidden snacks.
We talked about the piece. We talked about the orange piece, y'all. No more putting Legos in your mouth. You don't have to do it anymore. I did it too, to pull the pieces apart. You don't have to. Lego gives you this for free.
Wait, how does that thing work? I need to see it in action.
Like, okay. So I put
maybe not today, but
I was gonna say,
okay.
I put it here and then like, Oh, okay, that didn't work very well. But if I like, see, now that piece just came right off. Instead of me having to put it in my mouth and like rip between the pieces with my teeth, which is probably why we all need dental care.
Right.
But
right.
I think we are at the end of this stream. I don't know about you, Crystal, but I had a blast, and it was much cooler talking to you than sitting here in silence. Not that I don't love the chat. I love the chat. I love y'all. Y'all are the only thing that keeps me doing this, because as much fun as I have with Legos, I like to do it with y'all too. So thank you all for being here. Crystal, for those people that don't want to read the description, go ahead and tell them where they can find all of your cool content.
All right, well, you guys can find me at Crystal KYBER. Usually just type in Crystal KYBER and I'll show up, but it's Crystal KYBER on YouTube, Crystal KYBER_ on Twitter, Crystal.KYBER on Instagram, and Crystal KYBER on TikTok. Sorry, it's not consistent, y'all, but yeah, come hang out, talk makeup and Star Wars with me.
And I'll be back here next Tuesday. Hopefully I will see all of you next Tuesday for part 3 of the build. This was a really fun stream. Like I said, Crystal, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with me, especially because you ain't doing nothing but chilling. I'm building, but you're chilling. But I had a lot of fun, and if y'all enjoyed Crystal being here with me, let us know on social media, because maybe we can make it happen again.
Yes, and that is so funny, Star Wars sublight. Just had to call attention to that before we get off.
Oh no, my sister ate my Qui-Gon as a baby. 2 days later, my mom was like, I found it. Oh god. Well, hopefully you got a replacement. Hopefully that Qui-Gon went in the trash. Poor thing.
I know. Well, thank you so much for having me, Scotty.
Of course. If you all haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like the video. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you enjoyed Crystal being here, because like I said, maybe we can have her on again. And follow me on social media at Scotty Holiday SW. Have a great night, and may the Force be with you.